Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maryam, it's your first time here. So today I'm going to be talking about how I spend $150 a month on groceries. For reference, I live alone, I'm feeding just myself, no pets, nothing like that. By a large stretch, this is the video that I get the most requests for from a channel that doesn't get a lot of video requests, but people constantly want to know how it's feasible, how I do that, just because food is expensive, groceries are expensive, and people are trying to keep that cost as low as possible. So if someone is doing it, they kind of want to know how. And I had initially wanted to film this video in spring, April, June, May, June-ish, but then I just had a lot of videos that I had kind of lined up and it didn't really fit into the schedule just yet, but now I've decided to do it. I would say that I had a bit of a hesitation doing it in the month of July, just because in the month of July I also got back on my ketogenic diet, which is considerably more expensive. I still did think I could do it on, so it wasn't like a challenge for me. This is something I've been doing for months and months now, but it was more about is this relatable to people? But I thought if anything, it's more inspiring, so to speak, if someone can do it on a keto diet, which is considerably more expensive because it has it uses a lot of meat, and also if you get specialty stuff for keto, it's also more expensive. Our breads are almost 3 times more expensive than the normal bread. So if someone on keto can do it, I certainly believe that you can as well. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the whole month of July's grocery store visit, and how much I spend and all of that good stuff. Just as a caveat, if you're thinking, oh, she can probably spend that little because she makes up for it because she eats out so much, I certainly don't. If you're curious, you could look back somewhere here at my previous budget videos, monthly budget videos, and can see how much I spend in that category. But certainly that is not the case here, which I thought it's even more pertinent to do a video like this to help someone that's trying to keep their grocery costs low. Also, some of the tips that I implement in kind of my framework in which I go grocery shopping. I won't go into details here just because I've mentioned it in several other videos. I can go through my catalog on groceries on my videos and search, and you see stuff like that. But stuff like meal planning and prepping, don't go grocery shopping hungry. Always go with a list. The list kind of goes on, but stuff like that, I won't go into details there, but just more practical in this case of you see what I buy, you see how I get stuff for cheaper and the actual dollar amount, stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So the first thing is, I am never starting from scratch, especially when it comes to my freezer. There's always something there that I'm building off of, that I'm adding something to. You would see that my fridge is a bit sparse, but that's because the month of June, again, watch my budget video for June, was a bit hectic. So I ended up spending, honestly, I think it was $107 in the month of June on groceries, just because I was just scavenging when I come back from work of what's available, and I just go to sleep because I'm so tired. So I didn't take time to make meals, and my nutrition probably took a step back, which is not the best, it's not a great thing, but that's just kind of how the month worked out. So my fridge is a bit empty as a result of I just kind of used up what's there, and I didn't really replenish it. But my freezer, I am still building off of a baseline and just building upon that. July 3rd, I went to Farm Boy with my list to get some items. So I was so fortunate to find some meats at discounted prices. And something you should know about discounted meats, it's not bad. It's just close to its sell by date. So the store has to sell it by this date. So to incentivize the buyer, they drop the price. Otherwise, if it's not sold by certain dates, they can't sell that legally in the store and they'll have to dispose of it. So when you see meats like that, if you have space in your freezer, buy it and freeze it. That's what I do, as much as my budget allows for that one grocery run and as much as my freezer space allows. I buy it and I freeze it. This trip came to a total of $38.90. So I got a discount code from Instacart, starting to woo me back. If you've watched some of my previous videos, I had mentioned that I wasn't going to be using Instacart anymore because I just thought the price hike on the goods itself, the service fee, the taxes, the delivery fee, all of that was just not worth it. So I stopped using it. But in a bid to woo me back, I believe it was $30, I believe, they gave to me to shop. So I put my grocery order and I put like a Walmart, and I put the actual Walmart order, and to see how it compares. So Walmart, they don't have any store downtown, so usually when I do want to buy something from Walmart, I do like order it from the website itself, just because it's not really convenient for me to go all the way to get it. So when I have like, if I want to use like an Instacart or something, I want to go to a store that I know that I don't have easy access to. So I put both of those, which I'm going to show on your screen here. Everything is going to be shown. And I saw like, is this deal actually worth it? And I saw that the Instacart ended up being $29.88. This is like without tips or anything like that. Delivery was also free. You just have to select a time frame that fits within that free period. But then on Walmart, which did not have the discount code, on the Walmart site, it was $51.59. So I thought, yes, this is a good deal. The coupon code was really beneficial to me, so I used it. The moral of this trip is, if you find coupon codes, don't just take it as at face value. Actually, like do the research, like do the cost comparison. Are you actually saving money, or are they luring you in with the appeal of you're saving money but you're not really? But so in this case, I was able to save about $21, which was great. But then even after like price adjustments and stuff, the price actually came down to $27.72 as opposed to $29.98 as I thought. And if you look over what I purchased, you can see that it's mostly whole foods. I have fruits in there. I have plain unsweetened yogurt. I have eggs. I have lettuce. So the closer you buy, the less processed your food is, the cheaper it is. If you buy something that has been ultra processed, the amount it would take to fill you compared to, so let me give you a glaring example. If you buy a bag of potatoes, maybe it costs you $4 a bag, but then you buy a bag of potato chips and that costs you $2, for instance. You might see it and be like, oh, like the potato chips, it's like way cheaper to purchase, I'm just going to buy that. But you don't get satiated as easily as if you buy a bag of potatoes. Like it would take you maybe 3-4 potatoes to get like, oh, like I'm full, I've had it. But chips, that's the thing, it's also like engineered in the lab for you to keep eating and for you to not be, it's not designed for you to feel full off of. So you might have to buy multiple bags for you to be able to feel full off of it than if you just bought like the raw unprocessed stuff. So that's just something to keep in mind for when you're shopping. On July 13th, I went to Loblaws and I purchased some of my keto bread again. I purchased some meats that I found that was like 50% off. It was the same thing I was talking about with the Farm Boy, just close its sell by date. I got some of that, I froze it, great. The trip to Loblaws cost me $39.58. Then on July 14th, I stopped by Farm Boy specifically to see if they had any discounts on meats and stuff, because they usually do. And I just hit the mother load. I was able to get whole chickens for less than $10, and I got as much as my budget will allow and as much as my freezer would allow. So I got like 4 chickens, I got minced meat, I believe. Did I get minced meat? You'll see all of that in the video here. The cost of that trip was $44.97. So if you're keeping track at home, this brings my total monthly spend to $151.17. So not exactly 150, but it is like in that ballpark. And so I stopped shopping at like the end of the middle of the month, because I had all I needed and I would just like meal prep and make stuff. I had like salad in the fridge, I had chicken to last me to the next month, I had bacon to last me to the next month, and I would just kind of like rinse and repeat. Even the breads, I freeze my breads. I froze those breads that I got, and I just bring out like one every week and I just eat it as it is. Eat it with eggs, eat it with stuff. I don't need to go into like what I'm cooking, but I could if you're interested. But yeah, that's how I spent $150. And you can see it's not like I'm not skimping on quality, but there is a bit of like research that goes into buying something at the best price possible that you can. So like I need to do like cost comparisons. That's like some research. I need to like check grocery stores. Do you have something that's discounted that I could purchase instead of buying something at a full price and stuff like that? So it's not like I just like pick choose and pick everything that I want and it is in there. I am bound by a budget. I am bound by the size of my appliances. There is a bit of intentionality that goes into like purchasing my groceries. It's not like I'm absent-minded and somehow I just always like land on $150. There is definitely a very conscious effort of like, this is my budget. I don't want to go above my budget. I want to know if this video has been helpful to you. I do like making practical videos like this of like, how can you take something like this and implement it in your own life? For reference, if you don't know already, I live in Ottawa, so depending on your city, this numbers might fluctuate and they might look different for you, but those are my numbers, so you can do with that what you'd like. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye guys.